Okay, good day everybody. I'm by name Engineer John Martins from Finance Invest Limited, and I'm here to take you people on CCTV system. Now, when it comes to CCTV system, there are some areas that you need to know about. CCTV is not a complex gadget which you are to install, but some people see it as if it is very difficult to achieve. I'm going to narrow it down to the simplest means that you will be able to understand. Even a layman will be able to understand it and install it. Follow the principle, follow my track, and you will be able to install CCTV not only for home, offices, factories, and other places. Okay, now what is CCTV all about? CCTV simply means closed circuit television. Now when you talk of CCTV, you talk of creating a surveillance system in order to be able to act like a third eye to see what you are not seeing when you are there. You may travel or you may be in the office, but the CCTV is there 24 hours looking after your gadgets or what you have. So, when it comes to CCTV, we have different sectors we're going to treat for this CCTV aspect. And I'm going to narrow it down for you to be able to actually understand it. Now, come to this part. We have this the camera. This is the camera. We have different types of cameras. We have the indoor camera, we have the outdoor camera. We call it PTZ, pan tilt zoom. So this particular one you are seeing here is outdoor camera. They call it outdoor bullet camera. Now, all cameras are the same. This is called analog bullet camera. All cameras are the same. They all have the same pinouts. Come closer so that you see the pinouts of this. So these are the two pinouts that the camera have. This is the video pinout, which is this, while this is the power pinout. So whenever you install this camera, the only thing you need to do to power this camera is to make sure that you supply 12 volts to this 12 volt terminal. Once you supply 12 volts to this 12 volt terminal, you will see that the camera will turn on. But video will not be produced because you have not connected the video part to where it's supposed to be. Now, where is the video part supposed to be? This video terminal is going to your DVR, digital video recorder, which is what I'm going to show you now. Now, this is the power section, as I said. This is the video section. I'm going to show you where you're going to connect this power section. Now, this power section, they have what they call 12 volts power supply units. There are different power supply units you can use in the market. This particular one you are seeing here is an adapter. This is 220 volts. Passing through this place, this adapter converts it to 12 volts. It's rated 12 volts 5 amp. Come so that you see it. So this is 12 volts adapter. So with this, it will convert the 220 volts you are getting from PHCN or your generator or your inverter into 12 volts which you are going to use to power your camera. Now, when it comes to the power cable, we have the male and the female DC plug. Come, let me show you the difference between two of them. The one in your camera is always the female DC plug. You see how the head is? While the one coming from your power supply unit is always the male DC plug. You see how it is? So, the male and the female, they can fuse together. So, once you connect it, automatically, you have established that 12 volt connection from this power supply unit to the camera. So, you have powered this camera by doing so. It's now left for you now to connect this 12 volt plug into this 220 volt plug into the socket. See, I'm going to plug it now. Okay, it's on now. you will notice your camera will turn on. How will you know that your camera is on? When you off the lights, you will notice red color here. Or when you cover your camera, you will hear a clicking sound indicating that night vision has been turned on. Now, when I remove my hand, you will notice a red light. Are you seeing the red light? That shows that your camera is on. This is equally another means you can use to troubleshoot your camera to know actually whether power is getting to the camera or not. You can use your multimeter to check the voltage coming in through this particular plug. Once the voltage coming through here, the inside is the positive 12 volts, while the outside surface you are seeing here, come so that you see it. The outside surface you are seeing is the negative 12 volts, while the inside that have the pin is the positive 12 volts. So you can use your multimeter to actually check if the voltage getting here is 12 volts. There is no way your camera cannot be able to power. So when you connect this to this, your camera automatically turns on, but camera will not give you video output because you have not connected this video terminal. So where are you going to connect this video terminal? This video terminal is going to your DVR, digital video recorder. Let me show you digital video recorder, how it looks like. Now, let me get it out. Okay. So this is your DVR. So I'm going to talk more on this DVR. This DVR, they have, the formula is 2 raised to power n. 2 raised to power n. When I say 2 raised to power n, I mean that n is rated from 2, 4, 6, 8. So now when we have 2 raised to power n, if n is 2, what are we going to have? 2 raised to power 2, which will give you 4. So we have 4 channels. Now, 2 raised to power 3 is what? 8, is it not? So we have 8 channels. Then we have 2 raised to power 4, which is what? 16. We have 16 channels. We have 2 raised to power 5, which is what? 32. We have 32 channels. Now, how do you know the channels of your DVR? When you come to the back here, come and see. These are all video plugs. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So this is 16 channels DVR. Now, these are the 2 video outputs where you are going to connect to your monitor or your television. This is the HDMI part, while this is the serial part. So they made 2 options for you because your television may have HDMI or your monitor may have serial. So you can choose any of them to project whatever this DVR is producing to the television. Now, they equally have this port, this RJ45 port. This is your network part where you connect it to your router if you want to monitor this DVR remotely. Now, this part, the USB part, this is used to export recorded devices. In case of they're asking for evidence from police station, maybe something happened. You can use your flash drive, slot it here, and export videos to it. Then from there you can play it back, and then they will be able to see what happened. Then the second part, use it for your mouse. Mouse is used to navigate so that you'll be able to do playback, check what happened. So with this, you can easily plug it in this section and you're good to go. So you can easily use your mouse to navigate and check whatever that is happening on the screen. So this part is the DC part. This part, you plug your 12 volts into this. This is where you connect to power this DVR. Now, what will you do when you have your camera? This is the video part, as I said. Now, how do you now establish connection from this video part to your DVR? that is where we talk of cable. We talk of cable. I will show you the cable that we are going to make use of. This is CCTV cable. This is 300 meter, 100% copper, RJ59 coaxial cable with power, 100% copper. So this 300 meter, this cable is made up of two parts. It transmits both video and power. Now, I've already cut off some parts. I will explain to you how it is. Come closer so that you see. So, these are the two cables we have inside connected together. Now, this red and black part is the power section. So, this is positive 12 volts and this is what? Negative 12 volts. This is the video part, the video line. The video line have two terminals. Video negative, which is this flex, and then video positive, which is this single strand inside this coated white. So you dare not mix this negative of the video with the positive of the video. If not, you will not be able to produce output on your screen because it will be seeing it as a short circuit. Now, with this, what you need to do, you need to run this cable from wherever your control room is going to be. Let's assume that I want my control room to be here and the camera I want to connect is outside. What will I do? I will run this cable from this control room. I will bring it out like this, run it straight to any place I want my camera to be. Run it for all the whole camera points you have. So after running it, that is where you now come to think of, okay, what are the connectors I'm going to make use of in this cable part. Now, we have connectors they sell in the market. Come so that I'll show you. Okay, let me put it here. Okay. So that you see it clearly. Okay, so these are the connectors. This is the power connector, while this is the video BNC connector. So as you can see, this is how the video BNC connector is, while this is how the power connector is. So the power connector, it has the positive line and the negative line. Remember I told you initially, the cable we are going to make use of, this is the cable. This part is the positive part, the black part is the negative part. So if you put it like this, you connect. You have established the connection of this to the power BNC. So you are now going to plug this part here to your camera. So which part is your camera? This is your camera, right? So we are going to use this part and run and connect to this. So we are good to go. Okay, so now this is the video part I'm talking of. This video part. So this video connector, you are going to connect it to this video cable part. I will show you how to connect it. Once you lose this terminal, this terminal have this part you are seeing here is the negative part. While inside this, if you lose this nut, inside it is the positive part. So what you are going to do is that you are going to peel this off in such a way that you can easily slot it in and fix this strand. This single strand is going to fix into this hole. Then this negative part, you are going to fold it in this leg and clamp it. Make sure that the negative and the positive is not touching. So after clamping it, you will now use your cover, which is this. Before I do this, I ought to have put the cover. So after that, you use this cover and then screw it back. So after screwing it, you have gotten your video, which is going to be like this. And then your power cable is going to be like this. So this is your aim which you are going to achieve. Do this in all the whole camera points you have. So after doing it in camera 1, camera 2, camera 3, outside, kitchen, or this, establish this connection there. So the only thing you need to do now is this connector here, connect it to your, come closer, connect it to your video cable going to the camera, and this part you are seeing here, you connect it to the power section of your camera. So once you have done this, you have achieved both video line and power line of this camera straight through this cable. It can pass through conduit, it can pass through anywhere you want, but let it get to the DVR. So when you have done that connection and it has gotten to the DVR, what do? This is the DVR part now. You still do the same connection you did for the video in this part. Come closer. You still do the same connection you did for the video. Make sure you fix this video BNC there. After fixing the video BNC, this power section now, you are going to peel it off like this. Do it in such a way that you can be able to cut off this part. Give me plier. Give me plier. You can be able to cut off this part so that you will be able to connect. Okay. So, cut off this part so that you will be able to connect this power curve. Some people will decide to cut it off. You can cut it off so that you will have positive and negative of it too. So you are going to join the positive to the positive terminal and the negative to the negative terminal. Once you have done that, this 12 volts will go power your camera, and then the video automatically is already connected at the back. You will be able to see your camera live view on the monitor. Okay, let me do a small connection here so that you actually see how it works. Pause the video.